Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's talk about Destiny being obsessed with Melody Shari, in my opinion. Now, I feel like Destiny clearly has attachment issues and I want to talk about it. Let's not forget, I love you. I'm sorry. Like, girl, what do you think this is? Now, you're probably wondering what the heck is this girl talking about? And we're going to break it down in a second. But if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like, share, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, if you guys have not seen the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, don't worry, girl, I got you. Because I've seen it. And I want to talk specifically about the interesting things that I feel like Destiny was doing, which makes me feel like Destiny is obsessed with Melody Shari. So Destiny and Mel were basically addressing the whole respectful cheating comment that Destiny accused Melody of doing with Arian Curry. Now, you guys know we've discussed on this channel before that sounds more like Destiny being Martell's mouthpiece, and I still agree about that. But I also think that Destiny was doing a lot of the things that she did in this episode for dramatic effect. I feel like Destiny is obsessed with Mel in some way. It's almost like you're being tied to the apron strings of somebody, right? There is a huge level of attachment that she feels to Melody. Let's not forget, it's been years now since Melody and Destiny were friends. Yet, it seems like Destiny still cannot get over the loss of the relationship. My thing is, if Mel is such a terrible friend, like Destiny was saying, Destiny has done so many interviews addressing Mel, so many interviews making it seem like Mel was a bad friend. If that is true, then leave her alone. Why does it feel like you want to rekindle things with this so-called bad friend of yours? Let's be clear. If I had a friend that was treating me like crap and was a terrible friend to me, why would I want to rekindle a relationship with them? I wouldn't, unless I have serious attachment issues. I feel like it's a mixture of things. Destiny wants access to Mel. She wants the benefit that she got from being friends with Mel, in my opinion. Now, let me say this disclaimer. Everything I say on this video is alleged and in my own opinion only and for entertainment purposes, okay? So let's go back to what I was saying. I personally feel like Destiny wants the privileges of being friends with Mel. Let's not forget that Mel used to give her money for different things, like money for a lawyer when she couldn't pay her bills. Mel contributed towards paying her bills. So Mel was there for her when it counted, but she no longer has that access. I also think there is an element of her wanting to be seen with Mel because she knows the cameras will be following Mel for the most part on the girls' trip. Let's not forget, if you guys have watched it, you would see that Destiny was practically fighting to sit next to Mel. Stormy was seated next to Mel. She was like, Stormy, are you in my seat? And she moved to sit next to Mel. It's like, you guys are not cool like that. Why are you trying to sit next to her? It is giving you just want a moment. And a quick backstory. Mel and Destiny had a conversation where Mel actually was trying to hold Destiny accountable and asked her, why did you bring up and say that my mother was pimping me? Destiny could not respond. Destiny basically was just saying she apologizes. She shouldn't have said that. But Mel was trying to understand, where did that come from? And I know because of the backstory of us seeing that Mel believes that Destiny is a mouthpiece of Martell, I feel like she knows that this is just repetition of what Martell has said to her. And she was just trying to get to the bottom of it. You cannot just stay in my face and apologize when you said something that is that deep. It is deep to say that somebody is pimping their daughter without no proof, without no reason. Like, even when people insult you, there is always a reason behind it. It is their perception of it to an extent. And it is obvious that it came from Martell, in my opinion, but Destiny wants to ride for Martell, so she is not going to bring it up. Let's be honest, if Destiny was being genuine, would she be in her confessionals going off at Melody and basically being like, yes, I feel like Miss Van does not hold Melody accountable and that's why I said she's pimping her daughter? Of course, that why didn't you say it when she asked you? It's given you're a confessional gangster. You want to have these kind of conversations, the confessionals, but when the person is in front of you, you don't want to say it because you are trying to be keying and be buddy buddies with Melody. It's very weird to me. Why do you want to be around someone that you badmouth all the time? Now, for those of you who have not seen this episode, I encourage you to find that clip where after Destiny had come for Mel at the dinner with everyone else, she says to her, I'm sorry. I love you. What? Who in their right mind does that? That means that person can kill you. They say whatever they want to say in that moment, and then later on reflect, and then they're like, oh, I still love you. What? If that is love, I don't want any parts of it. I think she is trying to get attention from Mel for some reason. I also think that Destiny cannot take rejection. I feel like she interprets Melody taking a step back from her as rejection, and she does not know how to deal with it. So, you know, one of those people who do things to get your attention. So they badmouth you to try and get your attention in the hopes that you pick up the phone and call them so they can squash things with you. Instead of just picking up the phone to call you and tell you, I don't like what you did and this ain't right. She gives me that vibe. She would rather get attention from you, whatever way she is able to get the attention from you. It's like one of those people who feel like all attention is good attention, whatever the case may be, as long as they get the opportunity to see you. I feel like for the first time, I actually see why Destiny and Martell are friends. Let's be honest, they're both obsessed with Melody Shari, in my opinion. And I feel like they both have serious similarities. They do crazy things to hurt Melody. And then when they succeed in getting Mel's attention, irrespective of what it is, they then try to get in her good graces. It's given Martell sending her flowers after everything he's done to her. It's given Martell saying, I'm sorry a million times to Melody after trying to expose her messing with her bodyguard. It's like you guys do horrible, horrific things to this woman. And then when she finally either calls you out or deals with it in some way, or you guys have time to reflect and think about how good this woman has been to you guys, then you guys come and then all of a sudden want to be like, oh, I love you, or I'm sorry. No, you should have done better. It is annoying to apologize constantly, yet you continue to do that same behavior. It shows an insincerity. It shows that you are just trying to use her. It shows that you do not care about her genuinely. Love is kind. Love is patient. You think that the way you're moving shows that you love her? Girl, you don't even love yourself if you're moving that way with someone you claim to love. That shows there is a problem down there. You have issues. You have attachment issues. You need to be working closely with the therapist to deal with these serious issues that you have. I honestly feel very curious about Destiny's childhood because I feel like these sorts of attachment issues stem from childhood, and I want to know what happened with her in her childhood. Because it just feels weird that you're running behind someone that you constantly badmouth. You're running behind someone that you clearly still like and want to be friends with. You're speaking badly about someone who you clearly like and want to be friends with. If you want to be friends with her, how about you just say to her, quit the BS and say, I'm so sorry, and take accountability for every single thing you've done. And then do better so she can see that you've really changed and you mean business this time around. And hopefully then she would give you another chance. But if you apologize and then next week you do that same behavior you apologized for, then that's a problem. How many times does Melody have interviews or any sort of live videos? Does she go around shading Destiny? Compare it to the amount of time Destiny does interviews or is on live video or talking to her therapist and is just throwing shade left, right, and center towards this woman. This woman has done nothing to you. You claim that she called you a liar. Destiny, have you lied? Let me remind you of some of your lies. You lied about collecting money. You said that she didn't give you money. The lie detector proved that that was a lie. You said that she was a bad friend. The lie detector proved that that was a lie. You insinuated that you could have had her and Martell if you wanted to. The lie detector proved that that was a lie. These are just a tiny fraction of the lies that you have told Destiny, in my opinion. So yes, you are not being called a liar because Melody said so. You're being called a liar because people have caught you in your own lies. Now, I will give her that Destiny did say that she understands what it feels now to be reminded of her pain with Martell. Like, she basically acknowledged that Melody, it must have been difficult for Melody to have to constantly be reminded of her pain with Martell, and that she's sorry that she had to go through that. Now, I do agree that in that moment it seemed sincere. And it's one of those things where sometimes when you're not going through stuff, you may not understand how it feels to be on the receiving end of certain things. So I give her that. But I also think that you know better than most of us a lot of the things that have happened, because you know who Martell is. Let's be clear. You know better. You know that he's that kind of person. Yet you still continue to be friends with that kind of person. You know what he's put Mel through, yet you continue to be friends with him. Where's the empathy for this woman, irrespective of whether or not you've been through it? One last thing. Did you guys notice when Destiny and Mel were like out there trying to have their own personal chat whilst overlooking the St. Thomas, right? So Mel basically sort of ends the conversation. They're leaving, and it almost felt like Destiny tried to smack Mel on the bum or on the back. Please go back and watch that and let me know if it was just me. So for me, I'm like, it's giving you have a crush on her. She doesn't feel that way. You feel rejected and you want that friendship at all cost. But let me know if you guys saw that. Go back and watch it and let me know in the comment section below. And everyone, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. Thank you. Bye.